We often wonder how the wood chip gets on the yard. When you try to start the chipper up this morning, it won't turn because it's been stopped with a log inside, so Rob's just gonna take it out now. That was an easy fix, just a log had rolled in when it was stopped last night. So of course when you go to start the drum, it's starting from like nothing, just hits the log and won't turn. Anyway, I'm on the Merlot, and I don't know if you can see, but we took some plugs on it when it came, and we took them off so they don't get knocked, because we don't need them unless you've got a man basket that's controlled from inside there. So if you're watching Charlotte Ashley, or unless you're too busy making bum nails, that you can you maybe should unbolt it before you damage it and leave it on the shelf like we have. The yard's all broken up here and it's pushing in against the weighbridge, so we can't put this rubber in. So we think this is moving as well. So we're just gonna get a bar in and try and make a bigger gap. Andrew's back after taking straw. You don't want him leaving that there because that's in the way. So we decided that we're just going to have to do this. It's giving it dry Saturday, Sunday, and obviously it's going to be too wet for field work. So we're going to dig this square out here up to that puddle and relay this bit tomorrow. It's about 18 cube of concrete, we think. So we're just going to rip it out now with this. Dave's nearly finished that pile. I'm just getting the first sort of like couple of lumps out now with a crowbar. Then I can get the digger and I could put a smaller bucket on the digger, but I reckon if I flick a few out first, I'll be able to get in then and get underneath them all. There we go, I've dug a hole now with the crowbar. Hopefully we'll get the bucket in there now. Not the easiest thing to do with one hand. We're away. Got the Merlot here now, use it as a dump pan, and we're going to put it through Nick's crusher bucket and bring it back. Dig this soft spot out here. The idea is go to this line in the concrete, so we'll do this corner first, and we'll have to do that another day. We're just going to do all down there now. If it focuses, we're going to focus. Yeah, we're going to go to there where that puddle is. Big guns have turned up now. We've borrowed Joe's. So many Joe's 2.5 ton digger. We've got Nick's 1.5 ton on it because ours is obviously busy over there. We'll rip it all out now. We'll take it over to Nick's crusher bucket, crush it, scrape it out a bit more because we're going to put the next bit at 6 inches, and then we'll get this soft spot dug out here where the puddle is, and put 6 inches of concrete in, and hopefully it'll last a bit longer. The last concrete I think's lasted about 15 years. But I think it was 4 inch, and if you look, it's kind of worn away to about 3 anyway. All this is goose, but I'm just going to try and stick to this line now. So I'm just gently getting these bits out so we don't disturb all that, so we've got time to do that. Many diggers make light work. Getting there now. You can see how thin it is in places. It's like worn away to like 3 inch. Dave's nearly finished most of the chipping as well. Rich has ripped all that side up now. We're just going to come back down this side, get rid of all this. It's just digging out now. It's quite soft and it's quite wet when we did it 15 years ago. So we're going to dig out a good foot, put a good foot, a good hardcore, including what we took out that we'll re-crush and put back in. That tyre a bit soft, or they're just weighting it maybe. You ever wondered what's in the hub of a Merlot? Drive shaft goes in, turns that, spins that, and that reduces it down. That seal had gone behind there. Yeah, so Pew's are here now. He's just took it off and he's just changing the seal and putting it back together. It's actually quite a simple job. Doesn't look it because it's obviously got a leg missing, but Seems to have not taken him long so far. Andrew's taking that round the back to add it to the pile of soil that's never ends, and Rich has just stripped this corner out now. We're going to have to redo round this grid. These blocks are a bit knackered. I don't know if that's the thermalite one as well. I don't think that maybe should have been there. I don't know what's happened there. Yeah, but we need to reset it because it's obviously sunk and it's lower than the concrete. Well, it needs to be a little bit lower, but not on an angle. So we're going to rebuild round that now. We're just digging out here now to good ground because it was soft. Stone this up, and then we're going to drill into this concrete here, resin some tie bars in to key into this concrete that we're putting in here tomorrow, so that it holds that up so it stops it falling in to here. But just the fact that this will be stronger and not going to be wet and sludgy will stop it. So the big digger is now in the hole, digging it out. You know when you go down the motorway and you think, why have they dug such a big hole just to put a bit of tarmac down? Well, so it doesn't fail, which is obviously what we're on with now. Where Rob's going, he doesn't need roads. We're just making these now to concrete in as tie pegs to key the new concrete to the old concrete. Now I'll find some resin now and drill them in. There we go. Made to measure. We'll just resin them in when we finish stoning up, and they'll tie into this bit. Then we'll knock some wedges in here, pull that away. This concrete, when we put it in, was about 4 inches, but it's worn now. So about 3, just under 3. 2.5 there, so it's no wonder it's cracked up. Because this end of the yard has sunk as well, we need a straight edge to work the concrete to, so that it flows in the right direction. So I've just got this up now. I'll turn this mill off. I've just found this timber now. Hopefully we can use that as a shutter, as an end stop, so we've got like a nice square edge here that'll sit just against that concrete that's rubbish. And then once we then come to concrete this section, take that piece of wood out and then it'll lip up to the new piece of concrete we're going to pour now. Whereas if we floated this concrete to match that, it'd be all wavy up and down and crumbly, and then when we dig that out and then concrete again, we'd end up with a hollow here, so we need a straight edge across. I think it was last Friday we were unblocking that grid. This is how much rain we've had since. Good 2 inch. We're going back together now, is it easy?
Oh, it's going back together.
1455's looking a little bit dusty now. It's out of the shed. That's it. Got the brush on now, ready to. It's got the Zerion top link on the back of it now. Ready to brush up here where we've been excavating and moving all the soil off the yard. I'm just going to find the laser level now. Now we're just going to see just how much the other bit's sunk, so we know where to put our shutter in. So when we put it all in, it'll all match again once we renew the rest of the concrete in the yard. Fresh stone going in now that we can roll and compact in layers. I'm going to sort this grid out now with some of this block here, but we're going to resin it in rather than actually use cement, because we want it to go off straight away so that we can compact the stone around it. We haven't got time for the cement to set overnight. If you ever start a job and think it's going to be simple, the next thing it turns into a big job. Richard says that we shouldn't do it this way, but I think needs must, and we've got loads of resin and we've got the block. So, but he thinks gluing them together with resin, it should have been done properly, but never mind. We'll see how we get on. Ollie and Rob do bricklaying, much to Richard's disgust. It's fine, Richard, look. It's just like making a cake. What was your idea on it?
Yeah, I'm full of good ideas like that, all. Full of them.
That resin is amazing stuff. It's quite expensive, but someone's giving me something that's out of date, so hopefully if we put enough on it'll be fine. But it saves having to make a shutter. It's quicker, and then to that and cement, if we'd have used that, it wouldn't have gone off, and when we're rolling and compacting around it, they kind of messed it up a bit as well. Got something I can use as a wedge now, and some bolts to stop the bridge floating, because we're just trying to pry it over so that when the concrete goes off, it sets in the right place. just mix some cement now to put this grid on top of here. Still leveling stone. It's about 7 o'clock now. But we want to make sure we've got as much done tonight as we can, because the concrete's coming at 12 tomorrow. Stood on here, absolutely solid now. So we'll get that on top and let's set this grid. Another bucket full going in there now. I've set that grid. I hope it's right. It's a bit hard to see in the dark, but I think it's just about level. It's hard to see because that concrete that side's also sunk as well. But we think we're there. In the dark birthday bumper, we've got Alex Gardner, Mark Douthwaite is 34, Alan Longstaff, Isaac Bailey's 10, Stephen Frazier, Nick Dent, Harry Rawshorn is 8, Trudy Neal is 41, Amanda Hood and John Wynne Jones is 36. Happy birthday everyone on there. Look at that now. I think hopefully we will definitely hit the 30k by the end of March. If it is your birthday and you're not on the birthday bumper, happy birthday as well. Sorry for the late video tonight. I thought it wouldn't take as long to pull that concrete out, but trying to do that at the same time as everything else that we have to do during the normal working day took quite a while. So that's why the video's late tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. If you made it this far, click like as well. That'd be good.